What is up, guys? So the Samsung Unpacked event was today, and I just want to talk about which model am I considering getting. I haven't narrowed it down yet. Now I know you guys are like, it does have a punch hole, and which I was expecting. The leaks are always pretty accurate. But since using the Galaxy A50, this actually is a pretty decent display. I actually thought the punch hole wasn't that bad once I got it in my hands. It's actually smaller than the S20. That's why I wasn't really sold on it. But do I prefer the full screen phone? Still yes, on the 7 Pro. Now what this is going to be competing with is the 7 Pro, and also we're going to be doing comparison videos on it, of course. But very expensive. All these models, it's kind of ridiculous. So if we look at the Galaxy S20 Ultra, as we can see, it's going for $1,350, and I think the base model is $1,100, and then on the Plus model it's $1,100, and you got to remember that's before tax and all that stuff. So very expensive phones. Now as you can see with the standard model, the $1,000 model, it is going to have a 6.2-inch display, so kind of compact. It's going to be the size of this iPhone 11 right here. I think it's a 6.1-inch display, so slightly bigger. So it is going to be kind of a more smaller phone, I guess. In 2020 a lot of phones are massive. The 6.7-inch S20 Plus is probably going to be the phone. The OnePlus 7 Pro is the same screen size, 6.7 inches. It's a 1440p display, and then on the Ultra one is a 6.9-inch, which I think might be a little too big for my taste. I don't really like super huge phones, so that's why I wasn't really leaning towards this one. But this is the one I think everybody is leaning towards, just because of the 108 megapixel camera and the whole super zoom thing that they have going on this one. And I'm not a real big camera person, but the thing that got me excited about these phones was that they all come with a 120 hertz display, and you know Samsung makes some of the best panels, so I'm very excited about this one. It's got the dynamic AMOLED 2x capacitive touchscreen, so this is going to be just excellent. 120 hertz display is going to be awesome on each phone, and each phone has 5G, even though I haven't really rushed to use 5G, mostly because it's just not in my area in North Carolina, so you can't really take advantage of the 5G. So I haven't been really rushing to really get it out. But the Snapdragon 865 is going to be really fun to play with, to see how much faster it is than the 855, and the 855 Plus is going to be really awesome. You do have, let's talk about that camera. So 108 megapixel on the Ultra, then you have the periscope 48 megapixels. So that's just insane how far this thing can zoom and still keep its quality. If you guys have seen those videos of it zooming in, it's very impressive. Another really cool thing is you do have 8K on all of the models, so you can shoot in 8K only in the telephoto mode, which is very nice. So I'm just really excited about the cameras because I am a OnePlus user, so I'm really curious, can the Galaxy S20 Plus, or whichever one I get, the standard one, can it make me replace the OnePlus 7 Pro? There is one thing that I really like about this phone, and it's definitely the Oxygen OS. Is going to be really hard for me to kind of want to give that up. Definitely we get updates extremely fast. And let's go ahead and check out the specs on the Ultra one. Let's see if there's anything really different. They all seem to be pretty much the same, besides the camera setup. That's really the big difference here. And then we have the difference in battery sizes, as of course when you have a bigger display you need a bigger battery. The Ultra has the 5,000 milliamp battery, then you have the 4,500 milliamp battery on the Plus model, and then you have a 4,000 milliamp battery on the standard model here. And you also have 25 watt fast charging on the Plus and standard, and you have 45 watt charging on the Ultra model. So that is another thing as well. They all pretty much have the same features, which I really like. For $1,000 they definitely should. But are you guys considering it? I'm definitely leaning more towards this Plus model, because I just think it's overall the one that majority of people are going to go with. I have no clue if people are really going to shell out almost $1,300 for a phone. I just don't know. Now, another cool thing on all these devices is that they all have 12 gigs of RAM. So how crazy is that? And you can even get up to 16 gigs of RAM on the Ultra model. That has more RAM than my computer right now, sadly. And that is just crazy how crazy these smartphones are getting. So Samsung is looking like they're setting the the bar for specs this year. You got to have 120 hertz to compete, and you got to have just a massive amount of RAM at this point. Just for numbers, I mean, if you just look at the Ultra's numbers, I mean, look at this: 6.9 inch 1440p, 108 megapixel camera, 16 gigs of RAM, 5,000 milliamp battery, 120 hertz display. It's just going to be a phone that you really got to compete with. So high refresh rate is going to be definitely a big trend this year. I'm excited to see what OnePlus is going to do also with the OnePlus 8 and the 8 Pro. Very excited about that. So what do you guys think? What did you guys think about the event? I also saw the Galaxy Flip as well, which I thought was pretty cool, but definitely again very, very pricey. I think around $1,300 as well. So what do you guys think? Would you guys buy any of these phones, or are you guys going to skip them? They're too expensive. They're not worth it. What do you guys think? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.